Okay, so here's a thought. What if redemption stories aren't really about the person seeking forgiveness, but about the people who have to decide whether to give it? That's the question Reminders of Him seems to be asking, and it's one that sticks with you long after the credits roll.
That's such a different way to frame it. I mean, this movie is definitely about Kenna's journey, but you're right. It's just as much about the people around her and how they process their own pain.
Exactly. So let's break it down. Kenna, played by Mikey Monroe, is fresh out of prison after serving 7 years for vehicular manslaughter. She's heading back to Laramie, Wyoming, where her life basically fell apart. But here's the twist. She didn't know she was pregnant when her boyfriend Scotty died in the accident.
And now her daughter, Diem, is 5 years old and being raised by Scotty's parents, Grace and Patrick. They're not exactly thrilled to see Kenna back in town, and honestly, you can't really blame them.
No, you can't. From their perspective, Kenna is the woman who took their son away. It doesn't matter that it was an accident. That kind of grief doesn't just go away, and it's not something you can easily forgive.
And then you add in Ledger, Scotty's best friend, who's basically stepped in as a father figure for Diem. He's this former NFL player who now owns a bookstore-turned-bar, which is such a rom-com trope, but it works.
Oh, it totally works. And their first meeting? Classic setup. Kenna wanders into the bookstore, and Ledger, not knowing who she is, starts flirting with her. But when he finds out she's that Kenna, things get messy real fast.
It's such a great moment because it sets the tone for their relationship. There's this immediate tension, but also this undeniable chemistry. You can tell they're going to be drawn to each other, even though it's complicated.
And complicated is putting it lightly. I mean, Ledger has basically been a surrogate dad to Diem, and now he's falling for her mom? That's a lot to unpack.
It really is. But what I appreciated is that the movie doesn't shy away from that complexity. It leans into it, and it makes you think about what it means to move forward after tragedy.
Right? And that's where the movie really shines. It's not just about Kenna trying to rebuild her life. It's about whether the people around her can let go of their pain and give her a second chance.
And visually, it's stunning. Those shots of the Rocky Mountains are just breathtaking. They really set the tone for the whole movie.
Absolutely. The cinematography is top-notch, and it adds this layer of beauty to a story that's otherwise pretty heavy.
And speaking of heavy, let's talk about the performances. Mikey Monroe as Kenna is just so raw and vulnerable. You can't help but root for her, even when you're not sure if you should.
Yeah, and Tariq Withers as Ledger is fantastic. He's got that whole tough guy with a heart of gold thing down pat. You can see why Kenna would be drawn to him, even though their relationship is so complicated.
And then there's Monica Myers as Lady Diana, one of the residents at the rundown place where Kenna's staying. She adds this little spark of humor and heart that the movie really needed.
She's a scene stealer for sure. And I think that's what makes the movie work, despite its predictability. It's the little moments, the performances, the setting, the way it leans into its emotional beats without shame.
Exactly. It's not trying to be something it's not. It's a dark romance with a hopeful twist, and it knows its audience will eat that up.
So, the big question, should people see this movie?
If you're a fan of Colleen Hoover or you love a good emotional roller coaster, absolutely. It's not going to change your life, but it'll give you all the feels.
Agreed. It's not groundbreaking, but it's satisfying in the way a warm, gooey chocolate chip cookie is. You know exactly what you're getting, and sometimes that's all you need.
So, final score?
I'd say a solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it does what it sets out to do.
Same here. It's predictable? Sure. But it's also heartfelt and beautifully shot. If that's your thing, you won't be disappointed.
Well, there you have it. Another movie that reminds us why we love, and sometimes roll our eyes at, this genre.
Hey, sometimes you just need a good cry and a happy ending. Nothing wrong with that.
True. Until next time, then.
Until next time.
You've been listening to Movies First.
Available at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or your favourite podcast player. You can also stream on demand at Bytes.com.
This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.